Dee, I know you see me, but I'm gonna wave my hand anyway.
Vanna, I am so glad we made eye contact. My biggest fear in life is not death. It's being alone at a bar.
And I want to say that you look really great, but I'm not ready to give you that much power just yet.
I did sense that you thought I looked good, but I'm glad you didn't say anything because I'm not really in a place to accept compliments. I will deflect and ask you about your boyfriend. Although I really hope you didn't break up because I'm not really in the mood for breakup consoling.
Actually, I'm just gonna justify his negative behavior by saying something like, things have been tough at work for him, or you know how guys are.
And I will say men are shit. Even though I wasn't really listening to half the things you said.
And then we'll cheers to some horrible saying like, fabulous ladies.
Cheers. Oh, thank you. So, now, I will tell you a one-sided version of a story of a date I went on last week with my current boyfriend who seemed totally distant and I thought it was all about me.
And I'll ask if you said something to him about this issue, knowing you didn't.
And I will lie and say that I did, but in actuality, all I really did was whisper in his ear, hey, are you okay? After mediocre sex.
Hold on, I'm gonna look through this menu and see if I'm gonna order something, but really just talk myself out of it. Will you go back and forth with me on this?
Sure. I will say you should get something, or even we should split something.
And I get temporarily excited because I haven't eaten in a while because I was tagged in a Facebook photo from an unflattering angle.
We'll go back and forth on this for a while, but we're getting nowhere because we're not quite finished talking about the minor boy issues that run our lives.
And we're gonna get so wrapped up into talking about the things that validate our everyday insecurities that we won't even feel like eating anymore. And I'll say something like, I'm not that hungry, actually.
And I will agree, as my stomach rumbles.
And I will be the one this time to say something kind of mean about our friend Sarah.
Yeah, for no reason at all.
Even though she's been perfectly nice to us.
Right, but one time she said, I don't like talking behind people's backs.
I know, and we took it as a personal attack on us because we are doing that very thing right now.
And we hate her, nonetheless.
And the check will eventually come.
And we'll do the polite splitting of the check.
And for some reason, we'll feel really generous in that moment and try to pay for each other's drinks.
So this goes back and forth for a while. And it's really the only moment we're present with each other.
Likely because of the alcohol, but it doesn't make it less valid.
And at that moment, we both have the same thought. A thought all girls have once in a while.
What if we were together?
We understand each other, and I always thought of myself as sexually fluid.
It's all a scale.
Oh, and then one of our stupid boyfriends will text us something like, sup, or where are you at?
And again, we'll be on the track of complaining and not really listening to each other.
We will retreat to our phones and I will figure out the perfect response to this text.
While I pretend to check emails from work, but really I'm just taking a selfie.
I'll pretend not to notice that you're taking a selfie, but I'll hear work email and I'll ask, hey, how's work going?
I won't have much to say because things are going really well and I'm not very good at talking about positive things.
And I don't mention that I recently got a promotion at work because I don't want to seem too far ahead in that area of life. We'll pretend to make this a weekly thing.
But if we're lucky, it'll happen every 3 months.
See you next week.
Call you tomorrow.
Bye.
And I feel superior because at least I wasn't caught binge eating in my car.
Hi guys, I'm Deirdre.
I'm Vanna.
And we just did that video.
Obviously.
Yeah. So if you liked Honest Girls, please subscribe to our channel, Honest Monster.
Whoa.
And what we're really saying though, like us. Please. Like us. Like us! Subscribe.